thanks for coming on such a great day for Broken Arrow. We will start the press conference with Governor Stitt, Superintendent Hoffmeister, and Donna Gradel in 2 minutes. So if you haven't found a seat and you'd like to, outstanding. Otherwise, we'll see you in about 2 minutes. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming on what is a really, just truly great day here in Broken Arrow. My name is Charlie Hannema. I'm the Director of Public Relations for the district. Just want to welcome you. We will have speakers, and then we'll take questions from the media at the end. We are broadcasting this live on the Broken Arrow Facebook page, so we do have a microphone we'll pass around so everybody can hear, and then we can open it up for some one-on-ones after that. With that, I'd like to introduce the Superintendent of Broken Arrow Public Schools, Dr. Janet Dunlop.
Thank you, Charlie. Well, welcome everyone. This is a wonderful day for Broken Arrow in our community. I want to welcome some esteemed guests today, our Board of Education member Cheryl Kelly, our City Manager Michael Spurgeon, our City Councilors Johnny Parks, Deborah Wimpy, and Scott Udi. I also want to welcome Broken Arrow's own State Teacher of the Year, Ms. Donna Gradel, our Oklahoma State Superintendent of Instruction, Joy Hoffmeister, and most of all, I'm honored to welcome our newly elected Governor of Broken Arrow and introduce Kevin Stitt.
Don't tell the other cities I'm only the governor of Broken Arrow. I am the governor of Broken Arrow, but also all 4 million Oklahomans. So thank you so much for gathering today and being here with us. It is my honor to be with you today, to recognize a very special person who has put Oklahoma in the nation's spotlight for not only being top 10, but being top 4 in the nation in a very important category in education. As this press conference is taking place right now, the Chief Counsel of State School Officers in Washington, D.C. is announcing that Donna Gradel has been chosen as one of the top 4 school teachers, public school teachers in the nation. This is a very distinguished award that also places her in the running to be America's Teacher of the Year. So Donna, Congratulations. Thank you so much for bringing this great honor to our state and for your commitment to Oklahoma's children. In early 2018, Donna came to my office in Tulsa on a Saturday where I was holding a roundtable with public school teachers from around our state. She may not remember this meeting, but I remember Donna. I remember her passion for education and her thoughtful and visionary ideas to empower her students in her classroom. You see, Donna's teaching philosophy is that every student has potential. No matter his or her starting point, she knows that they can achieve it. Donna's heart captures perfectly the power of education itself, to see the best in the students and to cultivate that potential so that students can overcome all odds and become job creators, maybe a future U.S. president or a city mayor, a community leader, professional educator, or a scientist. Donna spurs her students' imaginations and helps them dream big for the future. In ways, she brings her classroom to the world, and she brings the world to her classroom. Through her leadership, Broken Arrow's students have provided clean water and protein to children in Africa for the past 7 years. And they have enhanced this city's waterways and been environmental leaders in our community. Oklahoma chose Donna as Teacher of the Year in 2018 because of her innovation in the classroom. And I know everyone here today believes she deserves the highest honor to be #1 teacher in America. Through her leader, so Donna, I want to personally thank you for your advocate for students this past year. Thank you for showing up to advocate for your students also last year at my office. And I know I am so grateful that you are a teacher here in Broken Arrow. Thank you so much for what you do. And now I want to introduce our State Superintendent of Schools, my good friend, Joy Hoffmeister.
Well, first of all, thank you so very much to Governor Stitt for placing such a priority in his very first few days in office on children, on teachers and educators, and the community that support public education. Thank you so very much. And I want to also thank those who helped select Donna. So the process works like this. Local school districts, each school, they select a Teacher of the Year for their school site. And then those are selecting through a community at a district level, the District Teacher of the Year. And then a group comes together at the State Department of Education from all walks of life. And they perform a very, very difficult task of going through hundreds of applications and looking at the state and saying, who will be in the top 12? Who will we have as finalists? So those are named. Those 12 finalists then are selected from a day-long interview process where legislative leaders come together, tribal leaders, federal judges have participated in this, business leaders, and those who are experts in the classroom, those who are former Teachers of the Year, state finalists and winners. And they brought us Donna Gradel. And we are so excited because what Donna brings is a focus on students and asking them, what problem do you want to solve? And by tapping into that, they become innovators who she teaches to research, to be able to problem solve and think critically and then apply what they are learning in a Broken Arrow community or across the globe, as we've heard described, and we want to hear more. So without any further delay, I want to welcome and congratulate Donna Gradel, Oklahoma Teacher of the Year and one of the 4 national finalists. Thank you, and come to the stage, Donna.
Thank you so much. You know, it's such an honor and a privilege to be named a finalist for the National Teacher of the Year. And thank you, Governor Stitt and Superintendent Hoffmeister, for being here to share this with us. And thank you, Dr. Dunlop, for letting us hold this press conference and for your constant support. I've been so blessed to be an educator in Oklahoma for 27 years. It's been such a privilege to have met, worked with, and collaborated with so many wonderful people, many of whom are here today. I asked you to come because you have been with me on this journey. I believe that there are 3 keys of teaching that I was able to learn early in my career. Number 1, all students can learn regardless of their starting point. Number 2, all students have a sense of purpose and they want to make a difference in the world. And number 3, all students need to know that their teacher has a genuine concern for them and is willing to be their champion. In today's world, teaching must transcend the 4 walls of the classroom. Learning must be relevant. How do we prepare our students for success in an ever-changing global community? We must teach them content and skill sets that will allow them to be successful regardless of technological and job market fluctuations. We must provide opportunities for them to become innovative problem solvers and acquire the critical thinking skills for future success. We must also cultivate within them a sincere concern for their fellow man and the world. We must teach them to develop communication and collaboration skills that look beyond the differences and work together to make the world a better place. We must tap into our youth, that strong desire that they have to want to make a difference, and allow them to be our world changers. That's what we've been able to do here in Broken Arrow through our innovative projects aimed at providing clean water and protein to orphans in Kenya. Through our work with the Lemelson MIT Invent Team program to create a low-cost sustainable fish food for developing countries. And through our collaboration with the City of Broken Arrow in the development of Together Park. So much of what we have done here in Broken Arrow is the result of fantastic support from our community and statewide organizations. So many people have supported my students and me on our journey. Parents, fellow teachers, administration, friends and family, the City of Broken Arrow, private and nonprofit sectors. Each of those is represented here today. And I want to say from my heart, thank you to all of you who have for your dedication to the education of our young people and for your support of me and the projects that my students have worked on together. Thank you all, because it's not about me, it's about us. It's humbling to receive this recognition. My goal is to represent my school, my community, and the state of Oklahoma with dignity and honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Gradel. Thank you, everyone, for coming. If members of the media have questions, we have a microphone and we can fire away at our Teacher of the Year. She's tough and can handle it. Emery, come on back up here.
Well, sort of what I said in my little address here is that, education is not just a standalone. You can't teach alone anymore. You have to involve your community, your school community, your city community, state, national, international. The world is the classroom. So I would say that, we have shown people how you can do that, and we know that it can be done because we've been successful here in Oklahoma. So I would just tell them our story and tell them about all the wonderful people and organizations that have helped support me along the way, and just say, here it is, we've done it.
I'm interested in how teaching has changed. You mentioned, 27 years? So I'm thinking back to 1991, no internet, no cell phones. I mean, it was a different world. So what do you think has been the biggest change, and what do you anticipate in the near future? How are we going to see education evolve here in Broken Arrow and in Oklahoma?
I do believe that technology has, of course, changed it tremendously because we have access to so much information. Young people will come in and they'll be able to spew out all kinds of facts and things that they found on the internet, which is why I think it's extremely important that we zero in on those skill sets. Because you can have foundational knowledge and you can look up anything, but if you don't know how to apply those, if you don't know how to problem solve, if you can't take your thoughts and be able to analyze something and then communicate it correctly so that others can understand, if you cannot sit together and listen to other people who maybe have a different opinion of you and take and value that person and be able to take and analyze what they're saying and know what you think and be able to talk together and reason together, then we're not going to get anywhere. So even the technology allows, like for example, in my classroom, we Skype with research people overseas. We can Skype with MIT. We can do things where we have instant access to the world that I never had when I grew up. So there's access to information, but we still need to make sure that we're cultivating those skills. Because as you said, because we have so much technology, they say, a student who enters MIT, by the time they leave, what they learned is almost obsolete. So everything changes so quickly. So it's not so much facts, it's skills along with that foundational information. Well, I'm hearing this year there's a great deal of optimism. We have had a historic raise last year. We believe that the legislators have heard our voice, and we believe that there's been some changes, and we think they're good changes, and we have one sitting over here. Just spending the time with Governor Stitt this morning, he is so open and so wanting to make our state a better state, education and economically. And I believe that he's going to work as hard as he can to do that. So other teachers, I think the key word is probably optimism. Maybe in some areas it's cautious optimism, because we still realize there's a great deal to be done, and there's things that need to be done to help education and the other social services in our public services in our state. So I think there's an optimism, but it's cautious.
Any other questions? All right, thank you all for coming. We're going to take a couple of group pictures up front with all of our visiting dignitaries, and then we'll let the governor get on his way back to the Capitol. But thank you all for coming. Enjoy the rest of your morning.